Types of skeletal muscle fibers. Skeletal muscle fibers are not all alike in composition and function. For example, muscle fibers vary in their content of myoglobin. Myoglobin, the red color protein that binds oxygen in muscle fibers. Skeletal muscle fibers that have a high myoglobin content are termed red muscle fibers and appear darker. The darker meat in the chicken legs and things. Those that have a low content of myoglobin are called white muscle fibers and appear lighter. The white meat in chicken breast. The red and white meat. Red muscle fibers also contain more mitochondria and are supplied by more blood capillaries. Skeletal muscle fibers also contract and relax at different speeds and vary in which metabolic reaction they use to generate ATP and in how quickly they fatigue. For example, a fiber is categorized as either slow or fast depending on how rapidly the ATPase in its myosin heads hydrolyzes ATP. Based on all these structural and functional characteristics, skeletal muscle fibers are classified into three main types: slow oxidative fibers, fast oxidative or glycolytic fibers, and fast glycolytic fibers. Muscle fiber types: slow oxidative fibers, type 1 fibers, slow twitch fibers. Slow oxidative fibers appear dark red because they contain large amounts of myoglobin and many blood capillaries because they have many large mitochondria. Slow oxidative fibers generate ATP mainly by aerobic respiration, which is why they are called oxidative fibers. Aerobic respiration is the process of producing cellular energy involved in oxygen. Cells break down food in the mitochondria in a long, multi-step process that produces ATP. These fibers are said to be slow because the ATPase in the myosin heads hydrolyzes ATP relatively slowly and the contraction cycle proceeds at a slower pace than in fast fibers. As a result, SO fibers have a slow speed of contraction. Their twitch contractions last from 100 to 200 seconds and they take longer to reach peak tension. However, slow fibers are very resistant to fatigue and are capable of prolonged, sustained contractions for many hours. These slow twitch fatigue-resistant fibers are adapted for maintaining posture and aerobic endurance type activities such as running a marathon. Slow twitch type 1, designed for aerobic exercise. Use oxygen to produce a small amount of tension over a long period of time. Resistant to fatigue. Fast oxidative or glycolytic fibers type 2A fibers. Fast oxidative glycolytic fibers are typically the largest fibers. Like slow oxidative fibers, they contain large amount of myoglobin and many blood capillaries. Those they also have a dark red appearance. Fog fibers can generate considerable ATP by aerobic respiration, which gives them a moderately high resistance to fatigue. Because their intracellular oxygen level is high, they also generate ATP by anaerobic glycolysis. Fog fibers are fast because the ATPase in their myosin heads hydrolyzes ATP 3 to 5 times faster than the myosin ATPase is so fibers, which makes their speed of contraction faster. Those twitches of fog fibers reach peak tension more quickly than those of SO fibers but are briefer in duration, less than 100 seconds. Fog fibers contribute to activities such as walking and sprint. Type 2A fast oxidative fibers, anaerobic fibers that are more resistant to fatigue than type 2B. Generate slightly less force than type 2B muscles, are also known as fog fibers.